A single LLC is like a speed bump in court. Real protection requires a moat. Today, I'm going to show you how successful business owners use a three-layer vault: a trust, a holding company, and an operating company. So if your business gets sued, your personal assets stay untouched. A lot of business owners believe an LLC is the finish line. They file the paperwork online, they get the official certificate inside the portal, they open up the bank account, and they truly believe everything they build from that point forward is completely protected. But what actually happens when the business grows? Now, imagine building your dream home. Everything valuable you own goes right inside that house. Your family savings, your personal accounts, your important documents, your house deeds, family possessions, everything. Now, imagine that same home is also where you run a business that creates risk every single day. Delivery drivers are walking up the driveway, customers visit, vendors come through to drop off stock, employees work there, problems happen there. Someone slips on a walkway, or a client claims you broke a contract. Now, here's the thing. The house itself is not the problem. The problem is that everything valuable you own is sitting behind that exact same front door. If someone gets hurt at the door, they don't just go after the door, they try to take everything inside the house. And that's how many entrepreneurs build their companies without even realizing it. When you started out in year one, having a single LLC made total sense. You were a solo operator. You had simple revenue. You had low assets, maybe a laptop, a desk, and a dream. Back then, setting up that single LLC wasn't wrong. It was built for the business you had at that time. But your business isn't a brand new starter company anymore. You've grown. And a structure built for an infant can't support a full-grown adult. Now, before we continue, I want to tell you about our structural exposure check, linked in the description below. It takes less than 2 minutes and helps you figure out whether your current legal structure still fits the business you've actually built today. Because growth changes the questions you need to ask. Now that you know how to find out where your business stands, let's talk about how to actually fix this. Instead of putting everything inside one house with one front door, smart business owners separate their operations into 3 distinct layers. Think of it like a high-security corporate complex with 3 separate buildings. Layer 1, the operating company, the storefront. Imagine a busy retail store right on Main Street. That storefront interacts with customers. It creates activity. It creates revenue as well as opportunity. But because it deals directly with the public, it also creates exposure. Now, this is where you sign sales contracts, take payments, and hire team members. If a customer slips, falls, or sues, they're suing only that storefront. And the golden rule is you should keep as little money as possible inside the storefront. It pays its bills, but it doesn't hold your lifetime wealth. Layer 2, the holding company. That's the secure warehouse. Think of it as a heavily guarded warehouse sitting 5 miles away from Main Street, from the operations. Now, that warehouse isn't where customers walk in. It actually holds what the business has created over time. Your excess cash, your equipment, intellectual property, as well as real estate. Now, when the storefront makes a profit, that profit is moved down the road and stored inside the warehouse. If someone sues the storefront on Main Street, they can't touch the warehouse because the storefront doesn't own the warehouse. They're two totally separate entities. And layer 3, the trust. Think of the trust like the quiet landlord, the private landowner who owns the entire complex, but from behind the scenes. The trust sits at the very top as the overall ownership container. The big question in business protection isn't just what you own, it's how ownership is organized. Instead of you personally owning the warehouse, your trust owns it. That keeps your personal name off public records, protects your family assets from business troubles, and makes sure your wealth passes smoothly to your family without costly court battles. Now, you see the 3-layer system. Let's look at the 3 biggest mistakes business owners make. Number 1 is thinking formation equals protection. Just having an LLC piece of paper isn't enough. And if you mix personal bank money with business money, courts can break that shield open instantly. Number 2, putting everything in one entity. Keeping all of your profit, equipment, and trademarks inside the same exact company that takes customer risk is like leaving your entire savings account inside a cash register drawer. And number 3, waiting until after problems appear. You can't buy hazard insurance while the roof is already burning. You have to set up your holding company and trust before a legal issue pops up. Here's the one main lesson I want you to walk away with today. The LLC is the foundation, but the foundation is not the entire building. And as your business grows, your legal protection has to grow with it. Now, I want to hear from you. What was the biggest change or milestone your business experienced after you first formed your LLC? Drop your answer in the comments right now. I read and reply to as many as I can. And if you'd like more deep dives into business structures without all the legal jargon, hit the like button, tap subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.